Hey yo, what is happening guys? This is Light Nature coming at you with another video. So today we are going to be talking about the 2-year anniversary for Final Fantasy 15. So we have gotten a few stuff. We got a thank you message from the actors of Ignis and Aranea, and as well as I think it was Luna Frey or Iris, as well as the man himself, Ardyn. Ray Chase didn't actually make a video for the thank you. However, he is blowing up on Twitter, you know, with his thank you messages and all that. So of course, you know, follow the main man, Ray Chase. But today we are not going to be talking about the thank you messages, although I would like to actually talk about that. No, we are going to be talking about the new Final Fantasy 15 concept arts, as well as some news and information about what they represent. Now of course these were not released before, and it's judging from how amazing these things look, it actually makes you wonder what would have been in the game if they didn't actually shift from all those concepts to what we have now, because all of these concepts are just amazing, and you actually get to see a sense of what would have happened within Final Fantasy 15. And when I look at this, so I really get a Final Fantasy versus 13 vibe from these images, and it's actually pretty cool. And it's very weird that they released it in the 2-year anniversary, because I simply think that, you know, they should have done that earlier. But honestly, it's fine. I guess this is a way to celebrate the 2-year anniversary. So we are getting stuff that were, I guess, kind of cut from the game. Now of course we did have this conversation about what was cut from the game and all of that. It is in one of my videos, so I hope you guys can go check that out. And honestly, let's just dive straight into it. This is of course from the official Final Fantasy 15 Twitter page. They gave us a link, as well as a link to, you know, a thank you video from all the voice actors. And they basically said, we wanted to take an opportunity to celebrate the legacy of Final Fantasy 15 and share previously unreleased pieces of concept art, courtesy of the talented Yuki Matsuda and Yusakui Nakaki. Honestly, sorry for butchering that name, but this is the wallpaper that they released for the 2nd anniversary, and I really do love this concept art, especially with Noctis and Luna. This is just beautiful. And also we got Iris with the Moogles, Gentiana with Prina and Umbra. Ardyn is by himself in the darkness compared to everyone within the light. He's there in the darkness away from everyone, which is very interesting. And we see Crow with the King's Glaive. Ignis is trying to look at Aranea, and Cindy is with Prompto Gladiolus by himself. Anyway, it basically goes over here on the website. Hey everybody, today marks the 2nd anniversary of Final Fantasy 15. We'd like to take the opportunity to celebrate its legacy and to share previously unreleased pieces of concept art, courtesy of the artists who created them. The May 2016 issue of Game Informer featured Yuki Matsuzawa's art as the cover. This image was actually one of the many pieces that were under consideration. Here's several others that were also in the running. So this was the concept that we see on the cover for Game Informer. We have seen this image a lot, and you know, it's pretty awesome, where Noctis is looking up to the frame of young Regis. And you know, it's just a beautiful sight, because Noctis is looking at young Regis looking over young Noctis. So that could of course, you know, foreshadow, you know, Noctis being the next king. And the best thing about this is that Noctis is looking at the frame, but Regis is still looking at him. But what I do like is the frame on the left with the 4 bros and a chocobo looking over Altissia. That seems to be Altissia. That it seems like the main concept for all of the images, because this is again within all the images that we are going to see, which I honestly feel is pretty cool. So this is one of the images, but then we go to the next one right here, where again we see the 4 bros looking over Altissia or Insomnia. Don't really know, but Noctis is not even looking at his father. His father and Noctis and his father are going separate ways. Noctis is going up the stairs, and King Regis is coming down the stairs. This could actually imply that, you know, Noctis is taking what's his now, and King Regis is actually giving him the throne. So he's stepping down as king and Noctis is stepping up to be king. That is what I actually think. Before I even read the comments of this screenshot, I mean, of this concept, I really do like this concept art. It actually shows all the stuff that was supposed to happen. You know, Noctis was supposed to walk up the stairs from King Regis, and King Regis, this looks like early game when he walked down the stairs with his cane. That's what I did. And of course there's some questions. This is from Yuki Matsuzawa. I'm just gonna call him Yuki. So can you tell me why Noctis and Regis are going separate ways? One of the people asked him then. Yuki, my boy Yuki. He said basically Noctis ascends the stairs towards the throne while Regis descends. This is to depict the generational change. Both understand and realize their destiny, so there is no need to exchange any words. Just a slight touch of hands. Regis has a gloomy and concerned expression as he's envious of his own son's upcoming dark destiny. On the other hand, Noctis looks down with a concerned look for his now small aged father. So this is very interesting considering the fact of the real stuff that happened in Final Fantasy 15. Noctis is sad about, you know, his father stepping down, and you know, Noctis was devastated when his father died, but Regis was envious, which is, you know, very interesting. Maybe he wanted to be the king of kings and Noctis turned out to be the king of kings, which I guess would make sense for Regis to be angry. But then we see this concept art right here. This is where Noctis is not even looking at Regis, and again they look like they are on the throne, in the throne room, and Noctis is holding his heart for some reason, and Regis is not even looking at Noctis. It doesn't even look like Regis is wearing the ring of Lucis, but Noctis is not even looking at his father. So this could implement that Noctis does not want to face his father because he's afraid of, you know, the generation that he's going to now lead as king. Or maybe Regis doesn't want to look at Noctis because he's afraid of the stuff that's going to happen to Noctis, and he doesn't want to tell Noctis about it, and Noctis can feel it within his heart because I don't know, he's a king of kings. Noctis has a lot of powers, alright? I mean, just besides warping, I mean, Noctis is just wow. But then we get to see some more stuff. So the question is, why is Noctis looking away from Regis in this picture? Then Yuki simply said, this is actually my first rough art. As the king, Regis is distressed because he needs to act as a king first and foremost, as he walks on his own son silently. At the same time, Noctis feels disconnected because he's quietly watching his father and kings walk by. Noctis salutes but looks away with mixed feelings as Regis acts more as a king than a father. My goal was to depict the complicated relationship and the feeling between father and son. Now, this is just beautiful. Actually reading this, I do feel that he did capture that in this image, and it shows that, you know, Noctis feels that he doesn't even know he should treat Regis as a father or as a king. And judging from that and then taking in consideration, you know, what happened to Regis in the game, it actually makes you wonder what was going through Noctis's mind. I mean, yes, we did get that feeling, but to see it in such a dramatic way, it actually makes me want to go back and replay the entire story of Final Fantasy 15 again. And that's a good thing because I love Final Fantasy 15. I still play it actually, but this image right here shows Gladiolus, Prompto, and Ignis holding the weapons of the Arminger of the past kings, and at the same time Regis is giving Noctis the sword of the father, which is beautiful. I mean, of course within the actual game Noctis did not receive the sword of the father from Regis himself. He actually obtained it from Ravus. And to see Prompto, Gladio, and Ignis being there by Noctis's side through it all, and all of them being so serious, especially Gladiolus's design looks so amazing, and Noctis is in his royal raiment, not his suit, it's this one right here. This looks amazing, and this is young Noctis, young Prompto, young Gladiolus, and young Ignis, so it actually makes you wonder, was this supposed to happen early on? But right here the question is Regis supposed to be passing away in Noctis's arms? Yusaku actually replied as well as we all know, there is never a scene where Regis dies in Noctis's arms. However, I drew this image what Regis would have wanted in his last moments. The reason why I drew this scene was to show two themes: the passing down of the throne and the growth in relationship between the two. In a single image, if I was able to accomplish that, I thought it would definitely qualify for a cover. Thank you so much Yuki and Yusaku for providing us insight of all the art pieces, but most importantly we would like to thank you all, our fans, for all the passion and continued support for Final Fantasy 15. Thank you from Square Enix. Now Yusaku did an amazing job. He did an amazing job. You actually can see the passing of the throne from Regis to Noctis, and I honestly feel that the artist Yusaku did an amazing job, and he definitely deserves all the credit, and it's just beautiful, especially with the other four bros. They look amazing as hell, and I honestly think that Final Fantasy 15 has grown a long way since it actually first released, and I honestly can say, you know, the fan base, it just made the game grow more and more. And I know a lot of people who never play Final Fantasy 15, but they still know about Noctis and they still know about Gladiolus. Some of them don't even know what the hell Final Fantasy is, and those people are not my friends, so that's good. But honestly, Final Fantasy 15 is just one of the many games that I feel that Square Enix, yes, they did bad, but at the same time they did so good. I mean, there was so much cut off from Versus 13. There was so much of stuff cut off from the Omen trailer, but actually Hajime Tabara said the Omen trailer actually happened, so there is an alternate timeline, alternate universe of Final Fantasy 15 where all of those concept arts could actually happen, and even the Omen trailer could happen, but we'll never know. And well, let's just hope for the best for the future for Final Fantasy 15, even after episode Ardyn. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. Please leave a like, helps me out a lot. Comment down in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? Share with friends, because sharing is caring, and most importantly, subscribe to become a fellow lightning bolt. Anyway guys, that is it for this video, and as always, this is Lightning Shade. Blaze out.